Yesterday we have discussed about solution, what is solvent, what is solute, what are the types of solutions based on solvent and based on physical state of solute and solvent. We have to discuss yesterday. Today in solution chapter, so another topic is solid solutions. So solid solutions means what? As we said yesterday, the solutions in which solute and solvent both are in solid state, that is called what? Solid solutions. Solid solutions already told you example, that is brass, bronze, all type of alloys are example for solid solutions. Means what? In which solute and solvent both are in solid state only. Right, so the solutions in which solvent and solute, here solvent and solute are solid in state is known as solid solutions. As I said, brass is a solid. So brass means is a one type of alloy is contain zinc and copper. Zinc and copper. So that is brass is an example for solid solutions, in which zinc is solute whereas copper is solvent, but both are metals, means solids, right? So that is why brass is an example for solid solutions. Next one, solid solutions are classified into two types. Solid solutions are classified into two types based on the solute particles present in that is in solution crystal. So that is, first one is substitutional solid solutions, second one is interstitial solid solutions. Substitutional solids means what? It is a one solution system, it has solvent and solute, but here the solvent particles, these are the solvent particles. The circle means the circles with blue in color, these are the solvent particles. Whereas black color circle is indicate solutes, indicate solute. Initially, all these are solvent particles only, but in which solvent, some of the solvents are replaced by solute. Replaced by solute means the solute particles replace the solvent, means enters into the like substituent instead of solvent, solutes are occupied in that place. So that is what when in which atoms of the solvents, so all these are what? Solvents replaced by the solute. So this is the solute particles. Now I indicated here. These are the solute particles. Enters the substituent place, means solvent place, that is called what? The atoms in which solvent is replaced by which atom? Solute particles, or which particle? Solute particles, that is called what? Substitutional solid solutions. Example, brass, bronze and nichrome etc. are example for this kind of. Here already say brass is that is brass, they containing entire copper atoms, but some of the copper atoms are replaced by zinc. Here zinc already said solute particle, zinc is a solute, copper is a solvent. The solvent particles like copper replaced by zinc particles. These are the called substitutional solid solutions. Next, what about the second one? Interstitial solid solution. Interstitial means in between two layers, interstitial site, interstitial positions. Also called, sometimes we call voids. So actually voids is a not suitable word for this one. Voids means that is like a holes. So between these two layers, they form some holes. This is one hole, this is one hole, this is one hole, this is one hole. That is voids or holes, but exact word is interstitial place or site. So in which atoms with small atomic radius, some atoms like hydrogen, carbon, hydrogen, boron, carbon, nitrogen has a small atomic radius. These are the interstitial site of the that is this crystal system. Like for example, here consider the host is solvent particles. Solvents are considered host. The atomic whose containing small atomic radius, these are enters into the voids of host cells. Means host. That is what host atoms. So these are the hosts to give the accommodation for solute particles. Accommodation for solute particles. So small atomic radius to occupy the interstitial sites of the solvent particles. So in steel, example is in steel, atoms of carbons enters into the voids, that is voids of the ferrous or iron. So consider these are the iron, all 1, 2, 3 layers of irons. In between irons, the carbon particles are occupied. So that is our constituent of steel. Right. So these are the types of solid solutions. I hope you understand this concept. Solid solution is a simple topic. Solid solution means solute and solvent both are in solid state. So there are two types. What means a substitutional solid state solutions and interstitial solid solutions. Substitutional means the solvent particles are replaced by solute. Interstitial means what? The solute particles enters into the layers in between solvent layers. So that is interstitial solid solutions. Right. So these are the what types of solid solutions. Next one, the methods of expressing concentration of the solutions. What are the methods are present to express the concentration of the solutions? Now I have to explain. Very, very important topic this one. Right. So next part is next topic is methods of concentration of the solutions. What are the methods to express the concentration of the solutions? Before that, you have to know some terms that is related to solutions. That is, first one, what is the concentration? So concentration means the quantity of solute present in definite quantity of the solution. Definite quantity of the solution relative to the solvent. So the quantity of solute that is present in the definite quantity of the solution relative to the solvent, that is known as concentration of solution or strength of the solution. Concentration, strength are both are similar, means equal. So that is concentration solution. Concentration is different, concentrated is different. So concentration is definition, this is. Concentration means what? Concentrated means what? In a solution, the solute molecules are more than solvent. That is called concentrated. Later I will explain. So next one, dilute solution. So what is standard solution? So standard solution means the solution whose concentration is known. For example, 0.1 molar NaOH. That is standard solution, because the standard means sodium hydroxide solution concentration you know, that is 0.1 for example. So if you know concentration of the solution, that is called standard solution. Means the solution whose concentration is known is called standard solution. Right. Next one, what is dilute solution? The dilute solution is the solution containing relatively smaller quantity of the solute. The solution in which solution means what? It containing solute and solvent. Right. So when the solute is less than, means the solute quantity is less than solvent, that is called what? Dilute solution. In solution, for example, this is considered solution in which solute plus solvent is present. The solute quantity is less than compared to solvent. That is called dilute solution. What is concentrated solution? The solute particles more than compared to solvent. More than compared to solvent. That is called concentrated solution. So here dilute solution means the solution containing relatively smaller quantity of the solute compared to the solvent. It means that what solvent are more, quantity is more than solute. Here coming to concentrated solution. The solution which contains relatively larger solute as different quantity of the solution. That means what solution is solute plus solvent, as you know very well. So the solute is larger than solvent. That is called what concentrated solution. So weight of the solution. If you want to calculate the weight of the solution, what is the formula? Here, volume of the solution, density of the solution. You know very well. That is the density formula. Density of solution, mass by mass of the solution upon volume of this solution. So here density density is equal to what? Mass by volume, means density of solution is equal to mass of the solution by volume of the solution. Now volume of the solution, if you calculate based on density, is equal to what? Mass of the solution and density of the solution. If you want to calculate mass of the solution, so that is what volume of the solution and into density of the solution. These three formulas are very very important when calculation of molarity, when density is given, and we can calculate the volume of the solution when molarity and density is given. So keep remember these three formulas. D means generally you know that density is mass by volume. Here density is considered density of the solution. Here mass is considered, M is considered mass of the solution. V is considered volume of the solution. Based on this one, we have to write weight of the solution is what? Volume of the solution and density of the solution. Now what is the density of solution? Density of solution means the weight of the 1 ml of solution. 1 ml of solution expressed in terms of grams. Expressed in terms of grams. That is called what? Density of solution. So the weight of the 1 ml of solution in grams. In grams means what? ml solution expressed in terms of grams. That is called density of the solution. So generally the density of the solution is depends upon temperature. Depends upon temperature. Units are, so already density is what? Mass by density is what? Mass by volume. Mass means what? Grams. Volume is what? ml or liters. ml or liters. So based on this formula we have to express, that is gram per ml or gram per liter. This is density of solution. And relative density or specific gravity. Relative density also called specific gravity. So relative density also called specific gravity. So specific gravity is equal to, so how to define? The ratio of density of solution and density of water. Here density of solution means the given solution. The given solution. Okay, it may be water or may not be water. Okay, sometimes. So the density of solution means the given solution. So the ratio of density of solution and density of water. Density of water is called specific gravity or relative density of solution. So it has no units. It has no units. These are the terms we have to know before going to the expression of concentration of the solution. So generally concentration of solution expressed in two ways, that is physical method and chemical method. What are the physical method? What are the chemical methods? I have to explain now, right? So these are the what keep remember. These are very very important, right? Right. So these are methods of expression concentration of solutions. As I said, there are two methods. Concentration of solution expression two methods. That is one is physical method. Second one is chemical method. So first one is physical method. Physical method. Second one is chemical methods. Chemical methods. Chemical methods. What are the physical methods? In physical method, first one is weight percentage. Second one is volume percentage. Third one is weight by volume percentage. Fourth one is ppm, parts per million. These are the physical methods. You have to, based on these methods, you have to express the concentration of the solution. All these are very, very important for different fields. So, right. So next one, what are the chemical methods? First one is molarity. Second one is normality, and third one is molality. Fourth one is formality, and fifth one is mole fraction. These are the physical methods and chemical methods. Physical methods, here these are, and chemical methods is molarity, normality, molarity, formality, and mole fraction. Now we have to explain one by one. So what is weight percentage? What is weight fraction? How to calculate weight percentage? Right. So let's see what is weight percentage. So how to calculate weight percentage? Percentage indicates how much? That is 100. Means 100 grams of solution containing how much amount of solute. That is indicates weight percentage. So how to define weight percentage? So first one is weight percentage. That is weight percentage. Sometimes we call that is mass percentage, but mass percentage not suitable word, right? So your weight percentage means the amount of solute present in solute. Here what? In grams. Present in 100 grams of solution. Is called weight percentage. First you have to write weight fraction. What is the weight fraction? So here weight fraction is equal to the ratio of weight of solute and weight of solution. So that is, consider W, small w is equal to weight of solute and small w plus capital W. Now it is called weight fraction. So here small w is equal to what? Weight of solute. Here small w plus capital W are that is weight of solution. Here capital W is equal to weight of solvent. Right. So weight fraction is the ratio of the weight of the solute and weight of the solution. Weight of the solution is called what? Weight fraction. Now what is weight percentage? Weight percentage is equal to weight fraction into 100. So weight percentage means what? Weight fraction into 100. What is the weight fraction? So small w by small w plus capital W into 100. So now it is called weight percentage. This is called what? Weight percentage. So here you can written as Wt is equal to weight of solute by weight of solution into 100 into 100. That means what? The amount of solute present in 100 grams of solution. But here solute you have to express in grams only. In grams. Now it is in grams. Right. So this is the weight percentage. Next one is what is volume percentage? What is volume percentage? Volume percentage. So volume percentage means solute you have to express in ml and solution also you have to express in ml. So the volume of solute present in 100 ml of solution is called volume percentage. Is called volume percentage. So volume fraction. Volume fraction. Now is equal to, you can write as what? Small v by small v plus capital V. The ratio of volume of solute and the volume of the solution is called volume fraction. Volume fraction. So here we know. So that is V small v is equal to what? Volume of solute. Capital V is equal to what? Volume of solvent. Solute plus solvent is called what? Solution. V plus small v plus capital V is equal to what? Is called what? Solution. Now, volume percentage. Volume percentage. You can write as volume percentage is equal to volume fraction into 100. Volume fraction into 100. Now we can write as volume of solute by volume of solute plus volume of solution into 100. Now we can, according to definition, you have to write weight volume percentage equal to volume of solute in ml, right, by volume of solution. Volume of solution into 100. Into 100. Got it? This is volume percentage. For example, 10% of ethanol solution present in water. Present in solution. It means what? Here 10% means 10 ml of solute present in 100 ml of solution. Here percentage indicates what? Solution, volume of the solution. Here 10 indicates volume of solute. So 100 ml of solution containing 10 ml of solute means remaining solvent is how much? So 90 ml of solvent. 90 ml of solvent. Solvent is 90 ml, solute is 10 ml. Total how much volume of solution 100 ml of solution. So 10% of ethyl alcohol solution means what? Present in solution is 100 ml of solute. Here solute is what? Ethanol. Ethanol means 10 ml of ethanol present in 100 ml of solution. It means what? 10 ml of solution ethanol present 100 ml of solution or 90 ml of solvent. Solvent here what? Water. Solvent here water means 10 ml of ethanol is present in 100 ml of solution or 90 ml of water. 90 ml of water, that is indicates 10%. Here 10 is indicates solute, percentage indicates solution, right? So that is volume percentage and weight percentage. What is weight by volume percentage? So next one is weight by volume percentage. Next one is, third one is weight by volume percentage. Weight by volume percentage. So what is weight by volume percentage means? The weight of the solute in grams present in 100 ml of, that is solution. So the amount of solute in grams. So here amount of means here what? In grams. In grams of solute present in 100 ml of solution. 100 ml of solution. 100 ml of solution. So here you can written as weight percentage is equal to weight of solute in grams by volume of solution. Volume of solution into 100. Here solute is, it should be expressed in terms of grams, that is indicates weight, right? So weight by volume percentage. Weight by volume percentage, that is you can written as weight by volume percentage. Sorry, weight is here W indicates what? Weight of the solute in grams, whereas here W is indicates what? Volume of the solution. The volume of solution is how much? 100, right? So 100 ml of solution here is ml. Solution 100 ml of solution is containing how much amount of solute? That is weight by volume. For example, if you see 4.0 weight by volume, weight by volume, weight by volume of NaOH present in solution. It means what? 4.0 weight by volume means here 4 indicates weight of solute. Here V, that is percent, weight by volume percentage. Here V percentage means, that is indicates volume of solution. It means what? It means 4 grams of NaOH, 4 grams of NaOH present in 100 ml of water. 100 ml of water. That is indicates 4.0 weight by volume percentage. Wait, I will write neat. 4.0 weight by volume percentage. NaOH present in solution. It means 4 grams of NaOH, that is solute, present in 100 ml of water. 100 ml of water means here 100 ml of solution. 100 ml of solution, not water, solution. So this is, it means that. So 4 grams of NaOH present in 100 ml of solution. So this is weight by volume. Next one is, what is ppm? Parts per million. Parts per million. So here parts per million means, how to express parts per million? Same, but parts per million is actually weight by volume. These units are used in pharmaceutical. In pharmaceutical only have to use, that is for preparation of solution. So this method is used in pharmaceutical process only. Next one is, what is ppm? Parts per million. So that is last expression of concentration in physical method. So that is ppm, parts per million, means the amount of solute present in 10 to the power of 6. 1 million means what? 10 to the power of 6 million parts by mass of the solution. Parts by mass of the solution, that is called ppm, parts per million. Parts per million, that is ppm. That is called what? ppm, parts per million. The amount of solute, present in 10 to the power of 6, present in million, that is 10 to the power of 6, by mass, by parts of solution, by parts of mass of solution. Now ppm is expressed in terms of weight, volume and mass volume. Okay, now we can have it as in terms of weight. ppm is equal to weight of solute by weight of solution into 10 to the power of 6. So the amount of solute in grams present in 10 to the power of 6 parts by mass of solution. It is weight and weight related. So that is ppm with expressed in terms of volume. So volume, here grams it is, right? Volume of solute by, now it is ml. Volume of solution into 10 to the power of 6. Into 10 to the power of 6. So now ppm is related to weight. Here ppm is related to volume. Now one more is ppm with related to weight by volume. Means what? How to express weight by volume? Now it is expressed like this: weight of solute in grams by volume of solution into 10 to the power of 6. 10 to the power of 6. So this is parts per million. Actually, where we are using ppm, generally polluted water in atmosphere in solution, then only you have to express this ppm. Generally, drinking water they containing below 500 ppm values. Drinking water drinking water is contained below 500 ppm parts per million. Exact is 300. Actually, this is the acceptable according to World Health Organization WHO. That is 300 ppm is a acceptable value in drinking water. So normally in the reverse osmosis, this process means RO process. You have that is maintained, that is 500 ppm. So below 500 is acceptable, right? So this is ppm where we have to use in that is pollutants present in atmosphere and solution. That is importance of ppm, right? Weight by volume is it is used in pharmaceuticals, right? So these are the physical methods we have to express in this ways. Okay, so some problems are related to is there weight percentage, mass percentage, weight by volume percentage. Next class we have to discuss, right? So these are weight by volume percentage, right?